So here we are again with our little 1176 board all populated and done. I have made a small mock-up just with a transformer. I mounted it to the side like this so it's as far away as it can be. These wires will be twisted later like this one. And also in my experience, the cables tend to have some produce a bit less noise if they are neatly tucked away like this. So that's going to be with this one as well. These are all populated. These are all the pads. That's going to this is for the ratio board. It goes there. It's going to go over to those pots there, there, and there, or rather there, there, and there. And the output pot there is going to have their own lines from there. And all the different holes here will have to go on here. You're going to match up with these numbers there. Pretty simple to handle. Some numbers are missing here, but they're on the schematic, so there's no problem. So that's the way it is. So I thought I would bring you along with this first fire up of the board, see if it explodes. That's always fun. So I just made a small mock-up. Every transistor is in here. I don't think that's a good idea really, but I just I put some on sockets and put them in there anyway. So they're in there. So if they blow, and I had to replace them. I haven't put the ICs in yet because I use those to the power supply pins is a pretty good indicator if everything's going right. So before I put those in, I'm going to do some measurements. So as suggested, I put the FETs in sockets, and I also have these BD 5/17 and 5/18 only. These are not 5/17 and 5/18. These are replacement ones because the other ones are really difficult to get a hold of. I think I mentioned it in the first part here. This is BD 136 and 135. So since they don't have the same pinout on the legs, you have to do some sort of solution here. So I've done this really kludge solution here, but I think it's going to work. And also I'm contemplating perhaps I'm going to just rip out the sockets once I'm done. So here we are. So what I usually do is I connect the IEC to a turned off main split, and that has a little connector there, and I turn it up with my foot, and I don't have my hands on anything. So as for now, we're just looking for smoke, burns, explosions, stuff like that. That's it's bound to happen if something is wrong. If everything looks okay, I'm gonna just measure the little sockets here, measure some of the voltages going out, like the meters things, the VU lamp thing, and stuff like that. So let's turn it on. Let's see if you hear the click. So I see my little green light came on. No caps burning. Nothing smoking. I can't hear anything frying. So yeah, I'm gonna turn it off. Good test. So I'm gonna put the camera down now and do some measuring. So here we are with our little 1176 compressor. Everything is wired up to the knobs. I sort of underestimated how much off-board wiring there was going to be. So there's a lot of cables running around here. I also made some of them too short, which I will have to remedy. But first I like to get this thing completely working. So as you saw before, we powered it up, and we had power to the rails, and we have some control points here that measure 10 and 30 volts, and those are working as expected. I ran audio through it and things are not working as they should. I get a bit of distortion and just different kinds of problems. And as far as I can narrow it down, I have some problem with the inputs, the input amp. So that's like that's a standard one of these, an E5532 chips, and I get voltages on in and out pins, even though nothing is connected and nothing should be carrying any sort of current. So I am now trying to figure out where I've gone wrong. So very likely it's going to be a flipped capacitor or a solar bridge somewhere, or some sort of blob, or a well, that's pretty much it. So just wanted to let you know that nothing works out at first. Usually, when I built my G9, everything worked out at first. So so that's where I'm at this moment. Hello friends, so here we are, back with our G1176. So it's been a while since I recorded the video snippet you just saw, and I've been working with this, and I can tell you the problems I had with the compression things were these here capacitors. I just put in the wrong ones, which was very careless of me. I should have checked more carefully. But I remember I had forgot to order those, and I just snagged something out of the box, and I really not a good solution. So compressor is now working fine, and I have calibrated it. And yeah, this is going to be like the final technical video I do on this, and I'll explain why at the end. So well, I want to really make you aware that the calibration here is very sensitive. If I knew it would be this sensitive, I would have put in multi-turns for sure, because it's very, very sensitive. Just follow the description to really carefully. And the movement you need here is really slow. If you mess it up, you're going to think you've done something wrong and start like searching for faults on the board, which I did. And also another problem I had with the voltages everywhere was this here cap. Actually not put the wrong way, but a broken cap. So that was annoying. Took me a bit of finding out, but yeah. That's the way it was. So the problem I ran into a really annoying problem. That is that this port out here for the LEDs give out something like I think like 36 volts. It's a lot of voltages, and it just to power this light, and the lamp inside is 12 volts. So what to do? And I just did a really kludgy, ugly solution, which I hate. I just put in these resistors, and they get hot, so I have put these coolers in them and mounted into the case. It looks really, really bad, and I sort of hate it. But yeah, I was sort of out of patience with the problems I had with the board. So final thoughts on this build is that it wasn't actually that fun to build. Because I don't know if it's just me, but it turned out really sloppy with all the kludges I had to do, parts not fitting, I couldn't find the right parts, small problems like that, and with all this off-board wiring here, yeah, it's sort of I don't like the way it looks at all. It looks horrible. So I'm sort of just happy that it's working, and I'm happy just to put the lid on it and use it. Actually, I have tried it on vocals and bass, and and some drums as well. It really has this sound of the later 1176. So it's not the old ones. It's much cleaner. But I really like the way it compresses, but it lacks the tone print of it. So I think I'm going to use it a lot actually, because it's compression is very it's very nice, and yeah. So yeah, that's it for this unit. Fully working. Not a super fun build for me. I'm sure others have had great builds of this, but yeah, not for me. Perhaps I was too stressed and didn't really take my time to do it, but yeah, I just wanted to let you know. So yeah, this is how it ended up, and if I get to it, I'll record some samples. But for now, this might be it. But yeah, if you want me to record samples, just write a comment, and I might be swayed to do it. At this point, I'm not really into doing like shootout style samples of it. So it might be some vocal track or something that I do in my studio. Yep, so that's it for this one, and thank you for watching.